What is representation, and why is it such an important concept in media studies?
Representation is such an important concept because it portrays and represents a larger group of people. Therefore, the views and ideas of these representations is then viewed by audiences to be normal. It influences stereotypes to the world, and views get impacted because a wide range of people would present these views, especially if a person does not have any insight on these groups of people, and the only way they get the information is by media forums.
What is gender, and what are some of the stereotypes associated with gender?
Gender is the values and ideals of society, as it is a social construct. A lot of media forms are owned by men who dominate, and their dominant views and stereotypes continue to dominate because their ideology is viewed as natural and a normal view of the world. For example, females are shown as irrational, dependent and graceful, and they are viewed to only be allowed in the private sphere, whereas males are the opposite, and it is normal for them to be seen in the public sphere.
What magazine have you looked at in your investigation? Who owns it, and what does it claim to offer audiences?
In the investigation, I have only looked at a typical feminine magazine by the name Sugar. The name connotes that women are sweet. Hachette Filipaki owns it, and Sugar claims to offer audiences the advice, information, gossip and entertainment girls will stereotypically want, or at least what they think they want and need. It claims that this magazine will offer an improved perfect life for you, that they will become perfect if they do what is said in the magazine.
Who is the audience for Sugar magazine, and what is their relationship with it?
Sugar is aimed at young women aged 11 to 19. Their relationship with Sugar is close as they get addicted to this magazine. They feel as if they must get the magazine because it becomes a habit to read it and apply things in it to their lives. And as they adjust to their lives, Sugar helps them to form views and opinions.
What identity about gender does the magazine create for young women, and how does it achieve it?
The identity that is created for young women is that they are mainly represented as a beautiful physical object, only caring about outward appearances and relationships but rarely inwardly. It achieves this by advertisements, images, front covers and articles. They use typical feminine colors, for example, pink connotes frailty but beauty, and the images and advertisements are mainly shown to be fashion and makeup, to improve themselves but also to perhaps improve their relationships by outward things only.
Do your findings suggest that Sugar as a magazine for young women simply reinforces gender stereotypes? What evidence from your content analysis supports this?
My findings do suggest that Sugar reinforces gender stereotypes because my content analysis supports the idea that this magazine reinforces patriarchy.
What other media does Sugar use to engage with its audience?
It uses the internet, the Cigarsic website, to engage more effectively because it uses more resources and you can get more out of the website because it has more space and is not as limited, as well as it rarely costs to run the website.
How is this an example of the way in which media is becoming more convergent?
It all links together. The magazine and the byte bring the different forms of media together. It all works to aim to produce something that attracts certain audiences, so that it may be a mass product.
Does the website simply reinforce or challenge gender stereotypes?
It reinforces gender stereotypes because it has the basic concept that the magazine has, only more content, therefore reinforcing it more. Yet it could also occasionally challenge gender stereotypes, with some images or articles being about independent women.
In your opinion, what impact might the gender identity created through the Sugar magazine and through the Sugarscape website have on audiences?
I believe it affects audiences a lot because they will act and try and want to be how women are presented in the magazine and website because they are presented as having everything perfect. Some magazines to me are hypodermics or inch theories. But it will also affect people who don't even read magazines because of the two-step flow theory.